Hello and welcome to a video on vaccines brought to you by the Youth Science Organization. My name is Ravindra and I'm excited to show you some of the advancements and benefits of vaccines. So what are vaccines? Simply put, vaccines are biological preparations that are designed to stimulate an individual's immune system to produce immunity to a specific disease. They can be made from a variety of substances such as killed or inactive pathogens or a small piece of pathogen's genetic material. Vaccines work by exposing the individual's immune system to a small, harmless version of the pathogen, such as a virus or bacteria. This triggers the immune system and produces antibodies, which are proteins that help to neutralize or destroy the pathogen. If the individual is later exposed to the actual pathogen, their immune system will recognize it and quickly produce the necessary antibodies to fight it off, providing immunity to the disease. Now let's go through the various steps regarding creating a vaccine. Step 1 is disease identification and exploratory research. In this step, scientists aim to figure out what the disease is and how they can create the vaccine for and conduct research studies to estimate the validity of creating the vaccine itself. Step 2 regards researchers conducting regarding tests to assess vaccine candidates, immunology, and their ability to elicit the desired immune response. Other areas of focus include short-term toxicology, formulation, and development of a scalable, efficient, and responsible manufacturing process. This data collection and analysis can take around 2 years. If the candidate vaccine is determined to be safe and effective, a biologics license application (BLA) is submitted to the FDA, which conducts its own testing. The FDA also inspects the production of the vaccine candidate and monitors its potency, safety, and purity. This entire process can take about 2 years. So for step 4, manufacturing scales of the production of large quantities of the vaccine occur and they ensure all the product meets the necessary regulatory requirements, including current GMPs. Related process that involves several stages. The process typically begins with the identification of a target pathogen, such as a virus or bacteria, that causes a specific disease. Once identified, scientists work to create a vaccine that mimics the pathogen's antigens, which are the unique proteins or molecules that trigger an immune response. This can be done by using weakened or inactive forms of the pathogen, parts of the pathogen, or genetic material that encodes the pathogen's antigens. The vaccine is often rigorously tested in preclinical and clinical trials to ensure its safety and effectiveness. If successful, it undergoes regulatory approval before being manufactured and distributed to the public. Vaccines work by training the immune system to recognize and remember the pathogen so it can mount a swift and effective defense if the individual is exposed to the actual disease in the future, providing immunity and protection. A few examples of prevalent vaccines in society include the COVID-19 vaccine, smallpox, polio, and influenza vaccines. For the COVID vaccines, they developed in record time and have been instrumental in controlling the global COVID-19 pandemic. These vaccines have played a pivotal role in reducing the spread of the virus and preventing severe illness. The smallpox vaccine developed by Edward Jenner in the late 18th century was the first ever successful vaccine. It played a pivotal role in the eventual eradication of smallpox, one of the deadliest diseases in human history. The development of the polio vaccine, notably the oral polio vaccine (OPV) and the inactivated polio vaccine (IPV), led to a substantial reduction in polio cases worldwide. Today, many countries are polio-free. The annual influenza vaccine helps prevent seasonal flu and its potentially severe complications. It's recommended for the wide range of individuals, particularly those at high risk of flu-related complications. Vaccines are overall very essential in the fight against infectious diseases, and they have the potential to save millions of lives. Thank you for tuning in to the Youth Science Organization and our talk about vaccines.